I have been using and loving the Hollyland Lark M2S mic for the past 6 months. It's a very clean, subtle clip-on mic, and it has a great receiver that is very small and plugs right into the bottom of my phone. I have an iPhone, it's a USB receiver, and then it does have 2 mics. And what's nice about that for me is if one's low on battery, I can just swap it out for the other one. But I often use the other one next to devices I'm demonstrating. Let's say I'm making coffee and I want to have the burbling sounds of the coffee. I can have one of the mics next to the coffee machine. Now it has been 6 months, and while that's not very long, I make hundreds and hundreds of videos. I have dropped these multiple times. I have actually almost busted the USB-C plug off of the receiver. So every once in a while, my mic is cutting out on me. It was time for a new one. I debated getting another set of this, but I decided to try a new mic, the DJI Mic Mini. Now, DJI is its own ecosystem, and this is definitely something I've been hesitant to get into just because of what I've read about DJI, but the reality is every single other creator I talk to says this is the best. Not only their microphones, but their cameras as well. And I do plan to move into the DJI ecosystem. And what I love about this is you don't even need the receiver if you have a DJI device, as these transmitters will automatically send to those devices via Bluetooth. Now it comes in this cute little baggie. The Hollyland comes in this hard case that you can charge right in the back. With these, you have to charge them all individually, but it is a 2-piece transmitter single receiver set. And here's what you get. You get these very cute little transmitters. They're not as small as the Hollyland Lark M2S transmitters, but what's cool about these is you can clip them on just like I have my current one clipped, or you can use these exceptionally strong magnets to hold them in place wherever you want them. And then they do have their muffs. Now, these are obviously intended for outdoors, but I often find myself adding these just so my hair doesn't poke the top of the microphone. So I will use these even indoors a lot of the time. They're just more noticeable when you have the muff on. So I'm gonna take that off. And then on the side, it just has 2 buttons. One is your linking button. The other one is your power button. And then it has one little LED on the side that will change color whether or not it's in noise cancellation mode. So let me turn it on real quick. And it is blinking because it needs to connect to something. And then you have the receiver. This is also very clean. It has a dial, which I'm sure is for the input, the gain. And then on the side, it also has a connection Bluetooth to connect if they need to. These should auto connect every time. And then it has an analog audio port if you're plugging this into, say, a camera. And then on the bottom, it actually has a way to connect it to your phone. It has this little piece that you can swipe off, and then you can slide on this little element right here. And now that that's on, I have my USB-C port to plug this right into my phone. So we'll compare sound in just a moment. I just want to show the last few pieces before I have 2 mics going here. The other pieces are really quite simple. And now that this is on, it has a USB-C port to plug it straight into my phone. So really easy to use this for analog or USB-C. You'll also see that there is a USB-C port here and this little metal point there. This is if you had the hard box. You can get a hard box, and these do all have those points, so you could just plug them into a box similar to Hollyland. But that does cost a little more, so I went with the simple design, which means that they'll charge with USB-C. So this says the USB-C port there to charge, and to charge these little minis, they actually have these little bases that they pop right onto, and then you plug the USB-C into the back of these. And they're really nice because they snap in magnetically, so if you had to have this, say, in your bag, maybe you have it all plugged in with a power brick while you're going from locations, you can do that as well. Let's test out the sound. I am now recording sound on both the Lark M2S and the DJI Mic Mini. So let me say some different statements and see how this sounds. First one, she sells seashells down by the seashore. She sells seashells down by the seashore. Mic check one, mic check one, mic check two. Mic check two. Now I just stopped and listened to the DJI mic, and I gotta say, I am very impressed. It's very well-rounded. I am talking in my living room. I do not have any soundproofing in this room. It's an old 100-year-old house. There is an echo. It's not the best, and this mic is doing a really nice job managing that. I have it at 0 on the gain. So those tests were exactly how it sounds out of the box, and I am very impressed. At this very moment, I'm not sure which mic I like more. They are both really, really nice microphone sets. I would say the Hollyland is a little bit more affordable, especially for the full enclosed case. And yes, this does come with the muffs and everything else you need to use it. Very, very simple, straightforward. I think what I really love about the DJI though is that it does have the options for clip and magnet, and you have a little bit more control on the transmitter. So you just have a little bit more going on with this, and the sound is really quite nice. So if you are looking for one of the mini mics out there that will give you great sound, move with you, great for in-home studios or out on the go, Hollyland and DJI do a great job, and I hope this video helps you make a decision that best fits your needs.